That's the entrance to Kruje camping, and you can see the van. And now I'm moving up towards the town, and I want to find the way over there to those mountains. I replaced my sneakers with my hiking shoes. What I find incredibly sad at many places here in the Balkans is the amount of garbage and litter that is just being thrown out, and you see it everywhere. It's a general habit that you find in many places, but in some more than the others. Of course you have it especially in impoverished regions, like this one here is one. But you have it also in many other places. When I'm in Belgrade and I'm walking in the woods, I'm always baffled by the amount of stuff that people simply throw away or leave behind. Or this. The garbage is just flowing down. You can see that also when it comes to traffic education and road safety. People are nice, but there is a lack of basic understanding what, for example, your own driving does to other people on the road. It's not malicious, and it's also not what I would name negligent behavior. It's just the absence of a fundamental awareness of the impact of the own doing on other people. How are you doing? Let's see whether I'm on the right path. Hi. No. A friendly neighbor showed me the way to this road here, because I wouldn't say lost, but I got stuck in some of the steep roads down there. So I had to climb up this hill here in order to come back to this road. Now let's see how it continues. And from here there are already some nice views on the larger area. Look at that lake over there, for example. That would be interesting to get to. This is called Restaurant Horizont, Horizon. And I think that's looking really nice. There's an outside terrace overlooking the entire plain here. And that's the place where I'm going for breakfast. Look at that. That's really nice. So it wasn't exactly a breakfast. It was too late for that. They didn't have the breakfast menu anymore. But it was a nice lunch with spaghetti bolognese and with a nice fresh salad. Giving me fresh energy, and I'm continuing a little bit more further up here. I checked the path. It's continuing behind this mountain to the mountaintop, and I'm not sure whether I'm following it up to the top. I think it's gorgeous, but I just don't know the path. And shortly before arriving at the top, there seems to be a monastery. So let me see. It really, but if you look at these 2.5 buildings with grey roofs, 2 standing in one line and one at a 90 degrees angle, underneath you may see a little cemetery, and exactly there on the other side there is the campsite where I'm staying. It's climbing. I'm still inclined to follow the road. It just depends on how long it is. That's very steep. I'm turning around here because it's 1:30, and as you can see, the road continues to go steeply up, and I don't know exactly, but I would say that's a minimum of some 2.5 kilometers, because the road will also then end up behind the mountain again, and somewhere up there is the monastery, and there's another restaurant. It would be nice to continue. It also would be nice to stay with a camper van here. I would even be able to get up here and on that territory. But compared to my campsite, this is too close to the road, so it wouldn't be so comfortable for Tiggy. It would just be a nice place to stay overnight. But I want to go down just simply because I'd like to be back at the van by 3 o'clock, because that still gives me some time to sit in the sun and to let Tiggy out. And the walking time, according to my fitness application on my watch, has been 75 minutes so far. So it's a nice decent hike, because I have to add almost the same time for getting down. And I want to enjoy it. If I travel tomorrow to the coast, then I can continue to walk around and to explore the coastline which is also very nice. But it's also different, just simply because this is really rugged and mountainous area here. And it definitely is something to recommend for those van lifers or camper van users who might consider this place as well. It's nice to walk. What I haven't found are hiking paths. So essentially you have to walk alongside the road. You can also go, for example, this walk that I did, you can easily get up the hill here with your van. It's steep and some really bendy curves, but it's not a problem at all. I would really love it if there would be also some trails, but I haven't discovered any trail here. For sure there are in other areas down there, but here with regard to this big piece of rock, this mountain here, I haven't seen one. And with regard to recommendations what to do, yesterday I didn't take a video of that, but I was walking up into the center of the town, just orientating myself. There's a little bazaar area where you can buy all the tourist stuff. There's a little fortress, which definitely is something nice to walk to and to get an impression of. There was one restaurant where I stopped over yesterday for dinner, and there are several. It's not a crazy fancy area, not at all, because overall... Hang on, I just wait until the car is passing. Yeah, it's not a crazy fancy area, and it's not meant to be. I think during the summer there will be quite some tourism here. Moderate tourism. Albania, as I said, is a developing country. Also with regard to van life and everything that you can do here following the coastline or getting into the mountains. It is not as developed, of course not, as Montenegro is and as especially Croatia is. But there are increasing recommendations with regard to exploring Albania with a van, and I can only recommend that. It's very safe. Also traffic-wise, I don't feel this is rude traffic or anything that I would have to pay specific attention to. Likewise, I mean, at least in these rural areas, crime is not an issue. So people are very honest, very nice. You can communicate in many situations with English. Some have broken German, and not everybody is really understanding a lot of English, but it is sufficient to communicate if you don't speak Albanian. And so there's a lot in Albania to explore, and this is just a first take on it. So I'm orientating myself, I'm getting a sense, and either this year or next year there will be other opportunities to deepen that a little bit.